Hi friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Malik Khalid alias Captain Soil. I live in Casablanca in Morocco. I am a volunteer with Isha Yoga Center in India to support the safe soil movement because some scientists are saying that today desertification is growing in the world at an alarming speed. Every 5 seconds the surface area of a soccer pitch on agricultural land becomes sand. At this pace, we only have 40 to 50 years left of agricultural soil, then there will be a global food crisis. To mitigate this issue, Sadhguru launched the Safe Soil movement and made policies that need to be signed and adopted by all countries of the world. These policies call for a minimum of 3 to 6% of organic matter in the soil to ensure people's good health. I do challenges to support this movement and raise people's awareness about this topic. I've started recently a new challenge which consists of running every day at 6 a.m. for 365 days. And today is the 21st day. So, are you ready, guys? Let's do this again. Save soil, let's make it happen. Most people think that the source of food is the supermarkets. The source of food is not the supermarkets, it's the soil. When the soil is depleted, the human health is depleted also, because we are what we consume in terms of food for the body and the mind. 52% of agricultural soils in the world are already degraded. They're already in the desertification stage. By adding organic matter to sand, we can transform sand into soil, and the removal of the organic matter from the soil, it turns it into sand. This is what desertification means. It means that organic matter in it are dying. The third global issue is the loss of biodiversity or the organic matter. During the last 30 years, 80% of the biomass insects living in the soil has gone. These biomass insects are responsible for the vitamins and nutrients present in fruits and vegetables that we consume. And they have dropped the level of vitamins and nutrients present in our food have dropped by 90%. So now, no wonder to see our kids falling sick very often. It's because their immune system is so weak. Our kids are weaker than us. They're so weaker than us. Now we are going against evolution. We are going against the normal current of life. The children must be better than us. Today they're not. They're weaker than us. And this is due to the soil depletion. This soil depletion means human depletion. Now we are creating generations of humanity which are weaker and weaker. Weaker in terms of physical capabilities and intellectual capabilities also. As Sadhguru said, if we are better than our children, then we have committed a crime against humanity. The first global issue is the food crisis. In 20 years, 40% less food is expected to be produced for a population of 9.3 billion people. there will be more people and less food. Just by hearing it, you know that it's the worst thing that can happen, that could happen. And I can't even imagine those who will live it when there will be more people and less food. We all remember during the coronavirus, the pandemic, and that's another story, how two ladies fighting in the supermarket for toilet paper. There was shortage of toilet paper and people can live without toilet paper, can replace it by something else. But when there will be food shortages, it's not replaceable. Actually, right now, 2 billion people in the world suffer already from nutritional deficiencies, which leads to multitude of diseases. We can say that Africa lives already in the future. What will happen in developed countries if they don't act on soil now? It's already happening here in Africa, and it will get worse over time as these global issues will keep growing and keep hitting and making more and more people suffer. The second global issue is water scarcity. Depleted soils cannot absorb and regulate the water flows, which leads to water scarcity, droughts, and floods. Organic matter can hold up to 90% of its weight in water and release it slowly over time. This is a big help in drought-prone areas. The third global issue is the loss of biodiversity. As I mentioned earlier, I said that during the last 30 years, 80% of them has gone. It is estimated that 27,000 species of life forms are going extinct every year. This is a genocide. We're talking about billions of life forms going extinct every year. Even a rich planet such Earth, so rich in terms of life forms, it can go extinct. This is what soil extinction means. It means the extinction of the life forms, from the amoeba to the human being. Human beings are just waiting on the waiting list. Don't think that if you destroy the life forms present in the soil that we will be fine. We won't, because this whole existence is in yoga. Yoga means union. We're all one. What you do to the soil, you do to yourself. What you throw to the ocean, you throw to yourself. When people throw plastics, so much plastics in the agricultural lands, we end up consuming them. When we pollute the air and the ocean, we end up polluting ourselves. Separation is a tactic of the devil. It was used in the civil wars and wars in the history, and it's still, the devil uses the same tactics because it's working. Now Sadhguru launched the Conscious Planet movement, which contains many movements such as Save Soil and Isha Vidya, Isha Outreach, and Rural Rejuvenation, Rally for Rivers, Kaveri Calling. All these movements are asking people to come together to find solutions. It's the people, the citizens, it's us who are trying to find solutions for global issues, environmental issues. Because if we don't find these solutions by ourselves, we are doomed. I mentioned earlier the pandemic. You must know that we are living in a matrix. It's a negative matrix. Matrix means creation. It's a creation. Now, all human beings on the planet are creators. They are co-creators. They were created in God's image. They have the power to create. But if they are so creative and there's so many, we're talking about 8 billion people, why is the world so sucking, so negative, so dead? It's because their creative power has been removed from them. Their imagination has been hijacked by the controllers of the matrix, the negative powers. Because, you know, not everyone is good. There is this constant fight between good and evil. There is the devil and his children trying to make humanity suffer by creating viruses such as the coronavirus, the pandemic. And here are the children of God trying to find solutions to the global issues and trying to make people's lives better and to awaken them to the true reality of this world. Satan is the king of this world, which means that Satan has played the role of God here by reversing the reality of God. He has changed everything in this world. Everything that you see here is reversed. So the good is bad, the bad is good, the up is down, the down is up. This is what you see. So when you see people in positions of leadership, they're up, which means that they're down in their values, in their souls. They have sold their souls to the devil. Most of them, I'm not talking about all of them, but most of them, they're parts of the hidden societies, such as the Illuminati, the Freemason, and these folks have plans. They want to implement the New World Order. Their goal is to reduce the human population by injecting them viruses and vaccines. The vaccine, the coronavirus, this vaccine was made to keep the human DNA dormant, because most people ignore who they are. We have only approximately less than 10% of our DNA activated, and more than 90% is still dormant. The toxic scientists, the scientists working for these hidden societies are calling this great part of the DNA is still dormant. They're calling it the junk DNA. It's just a lie. It's a cover-up, covering something which is greater, which is amazing, by calling it junk, as if nature creates junk things. In nature doesn't create junk things. Everything has a specific role. You have superpowers hidden in your DNA, waiting for you to raise your vibrations, to have a higher frequency, so that you can activate them. This is what they're hiding from you, because these people, the hidden societies who are trying to control the world, what they have more than people, it's knowledge, because knowledge is power. So they have knowledge, and their knowledge give them the advantage over the masses. This advantage allowed them to reprogram the masses, so that the masses can be a workforce for them. They're slaves, actually. They're considering us like their slaves. It's the modern slavery, working 9-to-5 job, day in and day out, going outside, working effortlessly, making so much energy, so much time and effort to achieve people's dreams and goals. You are part of somebody else's agendas. When we are unconscious, we are slaves. If you want to break free, you need to be conscious. This is why it's important to be conscious, to be aware of what's going on. This is why Sadhguru launched the Conscious Planet and the Safe Soil movement. So now, as I said, it's the citizens who are trying to make this happen, and not the leaders. This doesn't come from the leaders. It's been more than 2 years that Sadhguru launched the Safe Soil movement, and the Moroccan media never mentioned it, not even once. This shows that they don't care about it. This shows that the Safe Soil movement is not included in the New World Order, because it's going against the values of the wicked leaders. The Safe Soil movement, this raise of organic matter in the soil, will raise the vibration of the human body. This will enhance the immune system of the people, and when your immune system is enhanced, you will not consume medicines. You will not go to buy from Big Pharma anything. And to show you how the world is wicked, how those who have control over the world are wicked and not the good, is to see the first three industries. The first industry in the world is armaments, weaponry, military. So the military seems to be a career because it's the first industry. The second one is alcohol and cigarettes. So people will be intoxicated and unaware of what's going on. They won't be even aware. They will be intoxicated and unconscious. The third one is the pharmaceutical products, the big pharma. So when you have a business, you need customers. Who are the customers? We are the customers, and the customer needs to have certain specificity, certain characteristics. So to be a good consumer, you need certain characteristics, which are, you need to have self-hatred, full of low vibes, self-hatred, jealousy, envy, etc., so that you keep feeding these walls. The second is you are weak, spiritually weak, so that you go for the easy solution, which is to go through cigarettes and alcohol to forget the problems by becoming unconscious. And when you are unconscious, it's the paradigm which takes control of you, and what's in your paradigm, their plans, so that people keep feeding the matrix and following and achieving and working hard for the dreams of others. And the third one is people need to be mentally and physically sick, so that they keep consuming from big pharma. This shows the case of the world. As long as these three industries are at the top of the economy, there will never be peace. There will never be consciousness. There will never be health. Who's going to change this? It's you. How will you change the world? By changing yourself. This is an individual job. My call to people is not a call for an external revolution. External revolution is for criminals and stupid people. This is a call for an internal revolution. I want you to rebel against the negative paradigm, against their programming, against the junk that they have put in your head. I want you to rebel against the bad choices that you are making in your life, such as smoking, drinking alcohol, not exercising, etc. You must stop these days watching the news, listening, reading newspaper, keep feeding these negative streams. You don't need this. You need positivity, because these folks, the members of the hidden societies, they have studied the human system, the human psyche. They know you more than you know yourself. You don't know who you are. You are a co-creator. You are so much powerful, so much creative. You have so much power in you. The most powerful weapon on this planet is not a machine gun or a weapon. The most powerful weapon on this planet is the human mind, and you have one. This is why they attacked it. They filled it with junk ideas, so that your creative power would suck. Now people are creating by themselves a world that sucks. They think that it's the leaders who are controlling the world. No, it's them. They're acting by themselves like clowns. They're not aware of their acts. So now that we know that we have been programmed negatively, we need to start the positive work. We need to start working on our subconscious mind to reprogram ourselves by ourselves. Nobody should decide what's in your head but you. This arrogance, this disrespect, this acts of inhumanity and kindness, this is an insult to all humans, to come to child and to hijack their imagination. Most people don't know how powerful they are. There's so much powerful. There is so much power in your mind, in your beliefs, that you can create everything that you believe. Now they have influenced your beliefs, and now you're creating a life of misery and poverty. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, what lies behind you and what lies in front of you are actually tiny matters to what lies within you. The American coach of personal development, Les Brown, said, there is greatness within you. Jesus Christ said, the kingdom of God is within you, which means that you have the power to create. You are a co-creator. You are powerful. The American writer, the famous writer of the famous book, Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill, said, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve, regardless of anything. It doesn't matter if it's possible or impossible. These two words are just in the people's minds. What's possible for you may be impossible for somebody else, and what's impossible for you may be possible for somebody else. And you know what they're saying, someone's magic is another man's making. If you put the necessary efforts, nothing is impossible. Albert Einstein said, imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. And what's the life's coming attractions? It's the future. So your future is in your imagination. This is how they have controlled us. They have controlled the planet and the future by controlling our minds. We have a mindset that sucks. This mindset that sucks will keep creating a world that sucks. With this, we'll keep feeding the first three industries, which are armaments, drugs and alcohols, and drugs, pharmaceutical products. So, in order for us to change the world, we need to change our mindsets. This is why I've said this is a call of an internal revolution. You can't go and change people, but you can change people by the way you respond to their foolishness, by the way you are. When you are not like most people, now you can influence them. Those of them who have a little awareness to see, because most people don't see it. Their pineal gland, their third eye is so calcified, so that they don't see, they don't have the perception yet. The fourth global issue is climate change. Carbon dioxide stored in soil is 3 times that in the living plants and 2 times that in the atmosphere. Soil is crucial for carbon sequestration. The fifth global issue is loss of livelihood. Globally, 74% of the poor are directly affected by desertification. Thousands of farmers are committing suicide worldwide, and it is estimated that soil extinction or this desertification is costing the world up to $10.6 trillion every year. The sixth global issue is conflicts and migrations. Land issues have played a significant role in over 90% of the major wars and conflicts in Africa since 1990. Food and water scarcity could lead over 1 billion people to migrate to other regions and countries by 2050. From the French Revolution to the Arab Spring, high food prices have been cited as factors behind global protest movements. It's history repeating itself over and over and over again. It will keep repeating itself until one generation becomes aware, becomes conscious, and becomes generation restoration. This is your generation. It's our generation. You need to be this generation. You must say, this ends with me. This nonsense that keeps repeating itself in your family, in your environments, in your community. You must take the lead. As I said, most of the leaders have hidden agendas. You can't depend on them. You can't depend on somebody else to save you. No one will come and save you but you. You must save yourself. It can be challenging because you have been programmed to have the victimhood mentality that it's just you against the world. What can you do? You are small. No, you are not small. You are not weak. You are powerful. You are powerful beyond measure. You are so much powerful that they're so afraid of you. They're so afraid to play fair play with you. The only advantage, the only chance to beat you is by cheating against you. Because this is how much powerful you are. They know if they play fair play with you, they will lose. They will lose against you. This is how much powerful you are. This is why they're cheating. So they have informations that you don't have, which means that they have power that you don't have. And then also they have programmed you since childhood, since you were unconscious, so that they have an easy win over you. These acts of cowardness can only come from the devil and his children, because these people are hiding in the hidden societies and considering themselves the elites. I consider them as the elites of cowards, because you can't find more coward people than them. The most coward people in the world are hiding in the hidden societies, thinking that they are elite superior. They have one thing superior than other humanity, which is their cowardness and wickedness. You must know that there are entities, different entities, positive entities and negative entities. When you are in lower vibrations, you receive inspiration and thoughts and ideas from the negative entities. When you are in high vibrations, you receive inspiration, ideas and creativity from higher vibrational entities. There is enough studies, scientific studies, showing that the human system works at its best in terms of physical capabilities, mental capabilities, and well-being only when you are joyful, not when you are stressed and miserable. So if you are smart, you will naturally choose what's best for your human system, which is joy and peace. The world doesn't reflect joy and peace. I just mentioned that the first three industries are armaments, alcohol and cigarettes, and pharmaceutical products. This is pure low vibrations. You need to change this. Change your mind, change your mindset, change the paradigm. Most people think that we will attract to ourselves what we want by the law of attraction. The law of attraction is a secondary law. The primary law is the law of vibration. We don't attract to yourself what you want. You attract to yourself what you are vibrating at. It's a vibration, it's a number, frequency. You attract to yourself this frequency. And how you determine what determines this frequency is what you consume in terms of food for the body and the mind. The food of the body is the diet, what you eat. When you eat products which are lower, which contain low vibrations, such as meat, alcohol and cigarettes, they contain 0 angstroms, the unity of vibrations. So you are in lower vibrations, but when you consume higher products with higher angstroms, such as fruits, which contains 10,000 angstroms, and raw vegetables which contain 8,000 angstroms, and cooked vegetables which contains 6,000 angstroms. So if you want to raise your vibration and experience something positive, something new in life, and attract the good life that everybody wants, you need angstroms. You don't need foolishness. Stop entertaining the foolishness of the matrix. This matrix has never worked for you, and it will never work for you. Stop arguing. Arguing with people is a low vibrational activity. Stop it. When you see these programs, TV shows, making two people arguing, this is a waste of time, a waste of energy. Okay, it starts raining and my phone will not function well. I will cut. I love you guys and I'll see you tomorrow. This is Captain Soil speaking. Safe soil, let's make it happen. Salute.